Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, the Silver family. Another beautiful day. I have a question. Why is masculinity being attacked? I think this is a question we have to ask. Why is masculinity being attacked? Why are men being attacked? For some of us who were born in the 90s, like myself, we grew up watching Rambo, Terminator. We grew up watching Bruce Willis. All the main male characters back then were inspirational to us as kids back then. We wanted to be like them so bad. We wanted to grow up to be men. We wanted to grow up to be masculine. We wanted to grow up to be a provider, a fighter. We wanted to take martial arts classes. We wanted to learn how to shoot, not for the sake of causing a crime, but for the sake of knowing how to protect yourself. The masculinity aura was heightened. It was a desirable thing to be or to become growing up. Unfortunately, that's not the case today. Unfortunately, today I feel really bad for young people, especially young boys growing up in this environment, in this new culture, this new air that we're breathing today. Lucky for us who were born in the 90s and before that. However, the kids growing up today, they don't have who in the entertainment industry can we pinpoint and say he's a good role model for young boys? I can't think of anyone. I cannot think of anyone. One may say Andrew Tate. And this is why Andrew Tate became such a phenomenon during this period. Because men, young boys are craving, or they're looking for somebody that can represent what it means to be a man. Because when you turn on Netflix, you turn on your series, your movies, there isn't one great example on TV. Any series, if you go down the list of your top 10 series that you're currently watching, or you currently, even movies that you're currently paying attention to, I guarantee you 88% or even 90% of the lead character is a female. A strong, masculine female. And if there is a man in the series who is the second lead character, he's either two things: weak or gay. That is always the case. If the female is the main character, she's the masculine, strong thinker who's protecting the man. And if there is a second lead character, the guy turns out to be gay in the third episode, or he's the husband of the main character. For example, let's talk about the series like Lioness, where her husband is a doctor. She goes out to fight, and she goes on a mission. She goes outside the country, or constantly traveling and being in gunfights. However, her husband stays at home and looks after the kids. He's playing that reverse role. The series is that he has that. I'm not going to lie, it's a great series. However, I'm just trying to show you and give you an example of what's going on in the entertainment industry. Uh, for example, there's another series called Black Doves, right? I recently met up with a friend of mine from London. There was a moment we were discussing about what type of series or movies we're currently watching, and he mentioned a couple of series, and then I mentioned to him, "Oh, have you seen Black Doves?" He said, "Yeah, I only watched 2 episodes, and then I stopped watching." And I told him why. He was like, "Oh, there's too much gay things going on in that series, so I just stopped watching." And it clicked. I realized that's actually true. For the past 10 years, we've been brainwashed so deeply that whenever we watch this type of series, we don't even realize how much straight relationship there is in those series. Going back to the Black Doves, for anyone who's seen the series, pay attention to the parts where a man and a woman are being intimate. They will show you a man and a woman being intimate for like 2 seconds. You know the part in the movies or series where they're kissing, they're getting all free, turned on and about to get it on. The series will show you for 2 seconds and then they'll switch it to a different scene, like an action scene or a different part of the series. But then when it's 2 men being intimate, having intercourse, it lasts for like 10 minutes. A whole 10 minutes of you just watching 2 men having whatever, you know what it is. This is so dangerous for young boys. It is so dangerous to normalize the idea that you, as a young boy growing up, you don't have to embrace your masculinity, your macho energy. You don't have to do that. And that gets to your brain. How can a series that at the beginning the warnings about sexual scenes, however, when it's a man and a woman having a moment, it doesn't last long, or they have the clothes on, as soon as they take off the trousers, they cut that scene, just change the scene to something else. But then when it's a gay person having intercourse, it's like it's a whole 10 minutes, even half an hour of just them. Yeah, so it's really interesting. If any of you have noticed this, just comment below, because there has been so much chaos. I truly believe the chaos that we have been experiencing in the recent years is due to real men not being in power, real men not taking control of society. We often argue that the elites, men who control this and that. I truly believe the men that have been in power for the past 20 years, 10 years, between 20 to 10 years, are weak men, or gay men, or men that used to get bullied in school. You have to look at the pattern of these people that are in power. Presidents and ministers, prime ministers. I believe these people, or even women in power as well, I believe these are the people that work so hard to force this new culture into our throats, are the people that grew up who never had friends in school, who were always bullied, who were constantly solo growing up. They were not part of the cool kids. The cool kids are people like the Trumps, the Putin. Those guys are the cool kids. When they were growing up, they were tough. You know, because in school or college, university, there's the pyramid, there's the ranking. That's in every aspect of life. You've got the cool kids at the very top, the bullies, the very bully people, bullies of the school. And then you go down, you got the medium cool kids, the ones that are like, you know, and then you got the middle ones. At the very bottom are the smart, book locked kids. And the only reason they stay locked in books is not because they love to read, they love to revise, they are extremely smart. It's because they don't have friends. They can't make friends. They're very antisocial. They're very solo. And then when they finally make it into they finally make it into a position that permits them to become the bully, it's too late. They then end up being the prime ministers. They end up being the head of so and so, the head of NHS, the head of this, the head of the propaganda, the head of this and that. These people are very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And this is the position that we've been at the moment in the past 20 years. The world hasn't been the same for a while because there's been too many weak people in power. Growing up, I wanted to be in the army. I wanted to be the strong men, part of the strong men society, you know, protect and provide. Kids don't think like that no more. Young boys do not think like that no more because they turn to Netflix. Netflix is brainwashing them. They turn to school. School is brainwashing them. They go to college, university even worse. They're getting brainwashed. They turn to YouTube. They turn to social media. They can't find the space or the influence that can boost that macho energy out of them. But yeah, Logan Silver family, young people, especially young boys, enroll in martial arts. Try to take martial arts classes, boxing, whatever, MMA, gun range. Go to a gun range. Learn how to be tactical. Learn to do manly things, and limit social media. Limit Netflix, because there's nothing there for men. Nothing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Share this video with loved ones.